My Garden of the Soul, Chapter 6. The Grasping Vine. What is held in fear cannot find peace. Beyond the hollow pool, the garden narrowed again. The air grew dense beneath the trees. Branches leaned inward overhead, allowing only thin strands of light to reach the path below. The keeper walked carefully as the ground sloped downward into a quiet grove hidden beneath the tangled vines. At first, it seemed like this place had once been tended with care. A weathered bench rested beside smooth stones. Old tools leaned beneath the shelter of branches. A wooden chest sat near the center, half covered in moss. But the vines had overtaken everything. They wrapped tightly around the bench legs, curled through the handles of the tools, twisted themselves in layered knots across the grove floor. Unlike the doubt vine, these vines did not question. They held. The keeper stepped deeper into the grove. The chest gave off a faint glow from within. Not bright enough to illuminate the grove, only enough for thin lines of light to escape through the cracks. The vines wrapped tightly around it as though they were afraid that the small amount might escape. Scattered around the chest were objects caught beneath the coils. There were coins, rings, a rusted key, and the cracked handle of a lantern. Not arranged, not used, only held. One coin had already sunk halfway into the soil beneath the vines. Another tendril stretched outward beyond the grove, empty and reaching. The keeper knelt beside one of the thicker vines and placed a hand gently against it. It tightened, not in anger, but in fear. The movement carried exhaustion more than a threat. The keeper looked around the grove once more. A glove rested beneath the roots near the bench. The pruning shears lay beneath the leaves. Someone had once cared for this place. Then slowly, care had become keeping. The fear had not begun here, but it had been allowed to remain. The vines trembled faintly beneath the keeper's hand, not violently, just tired. The keeper reached toward the chest, not to force it open, only to loosen what held it shut. One loop eased, then another. The vines resisted at first, tightening reflexively before slowly softening. Finally, the lid opened slightly. Light spilled across the grove floor. The change was subtle but undeniable. Leaves nearest the chest lifted gently toward the light. The soil warmed. The grove seemed to breathe for the first time in a long while. The vines quivered, as though they had forgotten what light was for. The keeper rested a hand against the edge of the chest. What is held in fear cannot find peace. The words settled softly into the grove. The vines loosened further. The change was subtle but undeniable. Light reached beyond what had contained it. The empty tendril that had stretched outward slowly curled back toward the warmth instead. The keeper rose slowly. The grove remained tangled. The vines still wound around stone and wood. The scattered objects still rested where they had fallen. But the light touched more than what it held. The keeper stepped back toward the path. Behind them, the vines shifted quietly in the dim light, still holding, but no longer only out of fear.